માહોલ તો બનાવે ને. હે પોણા 9 છોડી દઈશ તમને. પોણા 9 10-15 મિનિટ. હા એટલે મેં તમને બધાને કીધું ને. સરે કીધું કે ભાઈ થોડુંક વહેલું છોડી દેજો ચાલશે. 9 વાગ્યા નીચે છે. 8:30 લેક્ચર થતું હોય તો 10-15 મિનિટ તો વટ અવ્યસ છે. એટલે અહીંથી પહોંચતા કે હું શું કરું તમે સમજો. હા હા કહી દઉં હમણાં. એ જ ને. So our second unit is almost over. Almost, I think there is all the topics were covered, not almost, fully covered. And for the mid-sem 2 now, whole second unit will come. And from the third unit, let me talk. There is a whole paragraph given, so I have just classified. Unit number 3. In unit 1, few points were left last, right? That I will take it very later. It is somewhat difficult also. So it's suppose that after the fourth unit is going to complete it, we may jump back to the first unit. It is difficult and it will be come in the final exam. So it's more easier for you that to remember. So we'll now look in for the unit number 3. So just I have divided this whole unit into different points. You can say like 3.1 to 3.5. They have given a paragraph, but just I have materialized in a way that became easier for me and you to understand. So what is that? Microbial growth. The first point will be included. Here is a mode of microbial reproduction. As the reproduction term is going to come, it is nothing but in whole universe, it is a transfer of a DNA between two partners. General terminology, reproduction is coming. Either if we are looking that a zygote formation is there, what is going to happen? That the egg cell is get populated with a sperm in case of a human or the any animals, even in a plants. Pollen transfer is there. So within the pollen also what? Just a DNA is going to be transferred. There the haploid sites are both. It's going to get copulated and zygote is formed. So there is a nothing but the reproduction is a two DNA of the from the two partners are going to get bound with one to one. Okay, so here we are going to learn basic things like asexual reproduction, sexual reproduction. Okay, that means what? Always, in case of a plants and another also, there is a division is taking place. One cell is divided into two. So it's also kind of a reproduction. So what we are looking at basic definitions of the reproductions, we may think like that. It is what? That combination of the DNA from the two partners or what? So here the progeny generation. Reproduction is mainly looking for what? That the progeny generations, daughter formations. Daughter cells either is going to form a progeny generation. So time to time, the definitions for the reproductions has been upgraded or changed in a upcoming scientific field. Then after, it has been observed that so many cells, specifically into the bacteria, can uptake the DNA. So here we are going to learn asexual reproduction. Second is a sexual reproductions. That is like a conjugation bridge is going to form. That we are going to learn. And third is what? The other modes of DNA transfer. So from the environment, microbial cell is able to uptake the DNA. That is like a transformation is there. Another is a transduction. Some bacteriophages are participating in. So we are going to learn that point. Second is 3.2 regarding the microbial curve. આવો આપણે જાવ હમણાં 10 મિનિટમાં આવ્યા જાવ બધા. આવો આવો ના પડાય કોઈ. આપણે બધા હારે જ જશું અહીંથી એમ. I'm racking with them. Yeah. Finger on your lips. No, come on. Well, just symptoma in your unit number 2 is going to cover whole again. And unit number 3, there is a 3.1 and 3.2. I think it's on 14th October, right? So before that, I hope whole unit maybe get covered, but I'm not going to include whole unit. Unit 2 will be repeated, and 3.1 and 3.2. Second, 3.2 is regarding the growth curve. Okay, I'm going to upload the whole the PowerPoint and everything on your Google Classroom, so no need to worry about it. Okay. So 3.1 and 3.2 will be covered. What will be there in a growth curve? That is like a leg phase, log phase, stationary, and decline. It is always as you are coming morning time, get acclimatized, and exponential phase is start. You start to run. Afterwards, you feel the hungry. Stationary phase came, and anything not feeded, it is a decline. Slope down. But once again, new energy will come. Pause is given, break is given. It goes always in a growth in a pattern. So it is like a third point: synchronous and batch and continuous culture. There we are going to learn synchronous and the batch. Batch culture is what? Just one thing is given in a flask. You have inoculated the bacteria. You keep on the rotating. Maybe 24 hours to 78 to goes on. One day it will come that bacteria completely use the nutrition and the work is completed. But in continuous culture, two-way method, you are going to add the material as well as you are going to taking up also. So ek haath se le, ek haath se de. It will be going to happen like that. So continuously there is a production of the some material there. So fermentation process, as some specific are there, it requires a continuous culture. Some require the batch culture. So basic concept related to that we are going to learn. Third and fourth point. Fourth and fifth point, it is related to what? Regarding the physical factors. Already I have discussed some other time in between. That practicals related to growth curve will be here. That is effect of the pH, effect of the temperature, effect of our alkalinity or the basicity is there. According to all salt concentration, osmotic pressure, so many parameters are there. If we are going to change what the microbes are responding. So accordingly, we may classify our bacteria into psychrophiles, mesophiles, or the extremophiles. That is the thermophiles are there. If it is the acidic constituent, it's the acidophiles. So some basic example we are going to learn into it and how these factors are affecting. And last point is related to chemical requirements. That each bacterium do require some specific type of chemicals for their growth and nourishment as we are requiring. Macro and micronutrients, basic things we have learned into first unit, more or less it is going to repeated here. There is sulfur is minimum requirement. Phosphorus is minimum requirement. Why it is required? For growth. For the bacterial growth, we required it. Okay. For other, it's the nitrogen is also required. By nitrogen, it is like a protein. Protein and the nucleic acid are both required minimum nitrogen base and the amino acid. Our main constituent is a nitrogen. Like we are moving ahead, like a DNA. DNA having the pentose sugar. So it is having the carbon. Okay, so carbon is going to be minimum. Even in the ATP are the currency. We are calling as a currency. But for their generation also, it requires some nourishment. So it starts with the glucose. So all the way, they are maybe connected, interconnected. So basic elements are what belongs to be some like you can NPCK. Or the some are participating into trace elements like vitamins or the growth factors are there. They are associated with the growth and development in a form of maybe minimum quantity, minute quantity. They maybe participate as a, you can say the enzymes are there. Maybe you are learning in the enzyme into some other papers. There is a cofactors are there. So cofactors sometimes manganese, magnesium is there. For that also it is been required. Right. So same for the unit may be covered into our next maybe mid semester 2. But for us, for your mid-sem exams, unit number 2 will be covered again fully. And from the unit number 3, we are going to cover 3.1 and 3.2. So or maybe our whole unit may be covered before it, but the questions will be covered for the semester 2 mid in 3.1 and 3.2. So I have that is the somewhat same you are going to learn in the masters. That is up to you. You can learn from the beginning. How can I deny? All day you have to prepare daily. I cannot deny that you are not going to learn. We are jumping on the same day when it is required to. બરોબર છે આગ લાગે ત્યારે જ આપણે કૂવો ખોદવા બેસીએ ખબર જ છે કે પંપ મશીન નાખી દો ગમે ત્યારે જરૂર પડે તો એવું નથી કરવું. So it is our limitations. Okay. So earlier it was the first and second unit half were completed. It was been taken. Now the second is full. Third will be half. Maybe in the next coming semester end exam, maybe October or November it may be going to be. Before or near to the Diwali or somewhere it may happen, going to commence. So over that time, what we need to do, we are going to cover the whole syllabus. There we cannot deny even, but maybe percentage may change, that a fourth unit may be more concentration, third may be accordingly, first and second, because it's already been covered into some other places, right? So this is the basic part, what just I'm looking to say. And related to 3.1, we are going to distribute into several parts. Just few minutes are there. I will take only 1 or 2 minutes, not more than that. So here we are going to discuss first regarding the sexual reproduction. Asexual, sexual, and other. What are the other modes are there? I'm going to upload all the things on your Google Classroom, so no need to worry. Even I'm going to upload all our that is the Zoom meetings are there. Maybe you have seen or not. I'm not so sure. Right? On our yes, someone has asked about that on a YouTube videos are not running. But actually, I'm not sure about his name. I have the numbers only. That's regarding the practical sessions. All the sessions I have taken the offline mode. So there, if you are looking for some video links, it cannot be possible. So I have asked about him that what about the other videos? So he or she has not replied. So it is very smart to ask the things that it already it is written as offline, and for the practical sessions I never uploaded any videos, so you will require to come in offline mode only. Yeah, initially I have taken some meetings are there that I have uploaded, but not afterwards. Okay, so it is related to growth. Here you can see for the plant as well as for the child or the human is there, one is growing. Here what you are observing, can you see what is change is going on? I'm looking that when you are looking for the growth or development, what is the major difference between growth and development? What is the growth? What is development? Or both are the same? No? No. Then what's the difference between growth and development? Basic thing. And development is acidic thing. This one is the basic, this one is the acidic. Division of cell is known as growth. Okay, then?
Development is something we develop.
So we develop. Interrelated actually, okay. How it is interconnected? Yeah. So if growth is there, development will be there. If development is there, growth will be there or not? Not necessary. Okay.
Growth is increasing size, while development is complexity.
Okay. So growth is increase in size. So cell division is included in growth or not? Yes. Then development?
Complexity.
Which complexity? So I just, yeah. Okay, very nice.
Yes, sir.
So I'm not continuing further. It is a time to move forward, Pandal. Okay, so put in. So tomorrow I will ask more about it. So put your attendance without forgetting, put your attendance We will go together. Otherwise, I will come with the staff members, so you may reach to your pandal at Ganesh Utsav. Yes, that is in Zoom meeting. In Google Classroom is also there. Even in Zoom meeting, I have kept.